Hey, this is Steve with RV to Cycle. One of our viewers asked me a question that has led to the tip I'm going to share with you today. Stay tuned. So the main topic on this one is based on an email I got from Pat, who was having difficulty finding Ram Promaster dealerships, Dodge houses, that had service bay doors tall enough for her Travado. And so what I'm going to share with you is my advice to her. This is something that we came up with early on in the process. We were fortunate because Amazon had a big presence where we were living at the time we got this, and one thing led to another, and I learned that Ram has a thing they call Business Link, and it's really intended for people who have businesses, who have fleet vehicles, and they have a website with find your dealer map on it. And what you're going to do when you go to that website, you will check the box that says Business Link, and when you get Business Link sites or locations, you know they're going to have doors that are tall enough to handle the high profile Ram vehicles. And most likely they're also going to have lifts upon which you drive your Ram Promaster, rather than a lift that picks it up from the frame, which, if you're sporting lithium product on your van, you probably don't want that thing picking your van up from the frame. You want the one that picks it all up, drive on and pick it up. So this next thing has to do with a topic that affects every RVer who rides a bicycle, and that is helmets. I know there's a lot of RVers who ride bicycles that don't bother with helmets because I'm not going to fall off. Well, you don't know when someone might hit you. You don't know when you might encounter an unexpected critter running across the road, a snake or a squirrel or a turkey or who knows what it might be, and when you dodge to avoid it, you end up crashing and you hit your head. You don't want to do that. Helmets today have enough ventilation, they're not that hot, they're very lightweight, and there is a website. Right here is the web address, and it'll also be in the description below the video, of Virginia Tech's Helmet Safety Assessments. They rate helmets based on a pretty significant testing protocol that they do. In fact, many helmet manufacturers today will put on the outside of the helmet box VA Tech 5-star rating. That's how influential they become. So let me show you how that works. From the home page, you scroll down and you will select right here bicycle, and once you get on the bicycle page, you're going to scroll down and you'll see that they have all the helmets listed, or you can select an individual group like mountain bike helmets or road helmets. And as I'm making these changes, you can see that the shots here change to match whatever you select. So if you're riding mostly mountain bike trails, you would want this. If you're riding mostly on a road bike or road helmets, that's what you want. If you're riding urban, multi-sport, you pick which one best fits your style of riding or your preferred looks on the helmet. So what do you get here? Well, so when you see these squares with the pictures in them, what do you get? You get the name of the helmet, you get the cost, and you get an overall score. So this score, the lower the score, the better. The lower the score, the better. These are scores that are based on the test done by the Virginia Bicycle Testing Group. And then you can open up each one of these and you can see some of the same information. You'll see the price, you'll see that has a 5-star rating, you'll see the 8.4 is the overall score. It was the number one of 233 helmets tested during that time. You'll see how this helmet compares with other helmets down here in terms of the cost, and you'll see also, as you continue to scroll down, how this helmet scored in comparison to other helmets. Again, lower is better relative to the impact energy. And this way you can get the helmet that has the best safety scores, again, based on the test done by the Virginia Tech Helmet Rating System. Another nice feature for cyclists who happen also be RVers is a website where tires are tested, and they test them against a variety of different conditions. For Kelly and I, the big concern that we have where we have our home base in Florida is puncture resistance. When the fall comes and the acorns are coming off the trees and the squirrels are chewing those things up, the tires that we have tried, some of them don't hold up very well to that, and we have to replace our tires a lot sooner than we want. So here's that site, and here's some of the things that you can do with that. When you go to the home page on Rolling Resistance website, you'll see there are a variety of different types of tires listed on the top ribbon. You can pick the one that you want to check out. Now, since we're riding primarily our gravel bikes, let's look at that just for an example. And you can see the other ones will still be available if you want to search them. Just clicking gravel, there are 99 tires that have been tested here. And since our primary interest when we're riding principally in our home base in Florida is puncture resistance, well, let's look at that. So we want to order by puncture resistance, and we do that. And we're going to also be interested in the year of the test. Now, there are other things from which you can choose in addition to the timing of the test, but that's all we're going to look at. And you can see that when I apply those filters, that 99 is going to come down to 78 results. And then I close the filter menu, and sure enough, here they are. Now, currently, I'm running this guy, and let's just look at it. Now, we're going to skip this one because this one's really, it's a road tire. It shows up in here because there has been some talk about maybe it's not, but when you look at it, you'd know it is. So we'll go here, and the information that's provided is listed here, and these are links. You can just click on one and it'll take you right down to that particular area. Now, if I want to compare this tire to others, I can do that. And I would do that right here. I would scroll down to Pirelli, or I can just type in the first letter and then scroll down, and here's the all road. So I'm going to select that. And let's compare that with what Kelly's running on her bike. She's running the Specialized Pathfinder Pro Tubeless Ready. Let's put that in there, and just for grins, let's just pick the Continental Terra Trail as a third comparison. And then we're going to click compare. Again, here are the types of information that are going to be presented. Some will be in fact, most of the information will be in text form, but they do also have these great graphics, so you can just take a quick look and see how your preferred tire might rate against some others. And so you scroll down, as I mentioned, most of the information is text, but they do have the graphics. And At the very end, if you want to read ahead, you can get the total recommendation. There are other things that are important in our search for best tire for the condition, so we don't lean too heavily on these scores. It's the other data that we tend to focus on. Hey, that's it for today. Hope you got something out of this video. If you did, give us a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed, we ask you please do so. The advantage of subscribing: once you've subscribed, you can click that little notification bell and you will be notified each time we have a video uploaded, which reduces the burden upon you as a subscriber or even a regular watcher of going in and saying, well, does Steve have a new video? Does Steve have a new video? So, subscribe. Appreciate you watching. Look forward to seeing you soon. Ciao.